Rooster's crowing, it's barely 5. Sun just stretching, coming alive. Coffee's black, boots hit the floor. Ain't no rest when you're keeping score. Fences demand, fields to plow. Ain't got time to wonder how. We got shit to do, can't sit around. Tractors humming, dirt on the ground. The clock don't stop and neither do we, 'cause this whole life ain't no guarantee. Yeah, we got shit to do, that's the truth. Sun up to sundown, we pay our dues. Truck bed full, sweat-stained hat, a dog that pulls. Neighbor needs help, can't say no. The small town life, it's all we know. Barns to raise, hands to land. It's the work that never ends. We got shit to do, can't sit around. Tractors humming, dirt on the ground. The clock don't stop and neither do we, 'cause this whole life ain't no guarantee. Yeah, we got shit to do, that's the truth. Rooster's crowing, it's barely 5. Sun's just stretching, coming alive. Coffee's black, boots hit the floor. Ain't no rest when you're keeping score. Fences demand, fields to plow. Ain't got time to wonder how. We got shit to do, can't sit around. Tractors humming, dirt on the ground. The clock don't stop and neither do we. 'Cause this whole life ain't no guarantee. Yeah, we got shit to do, that's the truth. Sun up to sundown. wind hums like a rattlesnake's hymn. Neon buzzing on the edge of sin. Motel Cecilia.
How's it going, guys? How you guys doing? How is everyone doing tonight? Alright, so alrighty, so today doing pretty good. So I'm going to be showcasing the robbery script I've been working on. It's almost ready. More than likely, it should be sometime this week, if that it releases. Just all depends on when I can get someone to help test and all that sorts of stuff. As soon as I get that and it passes testing and whatnot, it will pretty much be going out. So, yeah. Anyway, without further ado, I guess we'll start with the first thing that I showed off, which would be robbing cash registers. And you'll be able to do this at any of them. You can even, if there's custom models that you have, you can define those too. And it will work. Now, only for this specific one will it pop out the drawer. So any of this exact model here, it will pop out the drawer, so any of them like that. If it's not, then it won't, because the other ones don't have a drawer to pop out. That's just a GTA 5 function. So basically how this works, and you do have the option to show or hide the text prompt there. There is also a text prompt for a panic button. I can show this if I pull up the CAD here and go into the police, just so I'll get the alert to show you. So if we're standing here, and all the buttons are configurable, but if you hit H, it will send a 911 call about panic button pressed at your location, postal code, silent alarm activated, robbery in progress. So all that is configurable. So you can configure the key there. You can show that prompt or not. You can also toggle the text prompts all together. And that will toggle this one too. Currently I have them on, so you can see it. So if we hit rob, you will go into the lockpicking phase. There will probably be a better animation for this at some point, but for now it's just, you know, it is what it is. And then you'll once you get into it, the robbery in progress notification at the top there will come up. At a random interval between the duration, it will send the 911 call about a silent alarm triggered at the location, possible robbery in progress. And it works with Sonoran CAD and Imperial CAD out of the box. Imperial CAD does have a bit of configuring that you'll have to do, since they use your community ID instead. And once you're done, you'll collect your money, and also this this register specifically will go on cooldown for whatever you have that set to. And this is synced for everyone. So if someone robs this and then you come in before the cooldown's done, you can't rob it either. Now that, like I said, that is per register. Right now there is no global cooldown. If that's something people want, I can add that, but as of now it does not exist. And obviously, as you can see, I could come to one of these registers and rob these with no issue, because this is the only one that was robbed. So, that is the register robbery. Now, my favorite part here is going to be the safes and ATMs. I went a little bit more advanced with these. There's actually a little mini game basically you have to play in order to get into them, instead of just a timer. Timers are cool, but you know, sometimes that challenge makes it a bit more intense, you know, to be able to get into it before the cops get there. So, well, you can walk up to an ATM and rob the ATM. I should note that if you do have my money framework, it is automatically integrated and set to that by default. So if you have my money framework and you have it set up, then all you do is drag and drop, basically, except for configuring like your CAD and stuff like that. I believe I do have it also. Let me actually check real quick. I can let you guys know for certain. Yeah, so for frameworks, it supports the robberies, supports QB, ESX, QBox, Big Daddy's money framework, because I know a lot of people that are on standalone out there also use that. And it also supports my money framework as well. And then it does have an option for, if there's a framework that it does not support, you can, you know, add that logic yourself. Those files are open. Same goes for the CAD. If there's a CAD that is not there, you can add your own CAD. All those files are open. I will say I have not been able to test Imperial CAD. I did reach out to them to see if they could help me with that. They were not able to. So if from all I have is reading their documentations, I have not been able to test that. So if someone has Imperial CAD and wants to be someone who could test that for me, you know, let me know. But just wanted to make that known. So if you do have issues out of the Imperial CAD integration, it's because I haven't been able to actually test that myself. Sonoran CAD does work, as you have seen in this stream here, though. Anyway, on to the robbing. You can hit to rob the ATM. You'll place your drill onto the ATM there, and then you'll get all of this information on the right popped up. So you have to actually drill, and it tells you how to do it on the right with your drill controls and status. If your drill overheats 2 times, then you no longer have a tolerance. If it overheats a 3rd time, it breaks. And I'll demonstrate that here. So as you can see, hold W to increase the speed, and basically it will increase. And when you start drilling, there is a camera shake. This can be toggled off, and the intensity can also be adjusted in the config settings. But But as you can see, it is starting to drill into there. And basically, there is a certain point at the drill speed where temperature will start to rise. And basically, if you let that go, I'll demonstrate. It will say drill overheating. And now you gotta wait. So, of course, you can cancel, but yeah. And yep, so we can actually, let's make it overheat again to show there. You can see Juro overheated that time again. And you can see it cooling down underneath the overlay there. And when it reaches the bottom, it's done. And then I'll show it one more time to show the breaking of it. And there you go, drill broken. And now the ATM goes on cooldown. Again, same thing. It's not a global cooldown like for all ATMs. It's just that one ATM. I can walk over to this one and do this one. Now I would like to mention, if when you're in this, you can see the drill bit there. If that drill bit has not actually touched the actual keyhole kind of thing, then it won't put it on cooldown if you cancel. It's only if you've touched it. So I could demonstrate that here. So if I get kind of close, but not quite, so 7% in this case, and I cancel, it's not going to put it on cooldown. Because you haven't really actually, the logic there would be that you haven't actually started drilling the ATM yet. You haven't reached it yet. So yeah, that's how that works. But I'll show what happens if you actually drill the whole thing. It does take a decent bit. I mean, obviously, you are drilling into a lock. It's not going to be super quick.
Incoming 911.
Also, the sound of the little pins in there breaking are not perfectly lined up yet, with them actually visually breaking. I'll, of course, fix that. They're pretty close. They just need some small adjustments. And, of course, if you want, you can do the whole thing of trying to speed it up and then slow it down before it overheats and, you know, try to get faster. There's a lot of different ways to do different speed here. So and of course, at any point, you can fully stop the speed. Not sure why you would want to do that, but you can do it if you would like. How's it going, Sandbox? How you doing, man? Yeah, that's actually a base game thing. That is from GTA 5 itself. So I wanted to put that in here. Make it a bit more challenging to get in. And once it gets past a certain point, it does start to get a little bit quicker because there's no resistance from the actual pins. And there you go. I completed it. And now the ATMs are on cooldown. And they are separate. They are separate timers too. So they are not the same. I'm doing pretty good, Matt. Hope you are as well. Well, as to see, I guess you are. Yeah, this has been really fun to make, though. I'll come back here. I know this is where one of the safes are. There are other safes in GTA, but I'm not exactly sure where they are. Currently, this is the only safe that's that works with it. Again, with those, you can also add your own. Same with ATM, same with registers, all that. You can add your own if one is not already configured, or if it's maybe from a different MLO. And so, as you can see here, we can drill the safe as well. You know, I thought about, I haven't decided, but I thought about maybe making it where you can also do the dial on the safes and try to crack it. Not sure if I'm going to do that. For ATMs, I would like to at some point add a alternative method. Where you can actually hack a ATM and it spits out money. Actually, Matt, or Mr. Sandbox here in the chat, he actually recommended that a long time ago. And so I would like to still get that in there. That probably won't make it to release, just because there's a lot of things I would have to play around with. Is it longer with safes? Currently it is not. No. It is the same time. I mean, the time is relative. Like, I mean, it depends on how fast you drill. Of course, the faster you drill, the more it overheats. So, you know, there's that. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if you mean the cooldown or the actual drilling length, but the cooldown is longer, for safes. But the drilling length is not, at least not currently. The drill speed is the same. I might change that, of course. Just depends on what people think. If it should be longer. I mean, you'll still be fully in control of the drill, but how fast it actually moves through, even at, you know, same speed, you know, that might be different kind of thing. So, yeah. But those are the possibilities that you can do with this script as of now. Like I said, I would like to make it where you can hack an ATM. I haven't really worked out the logistics of that, of how I would do it. Well, I mean, you're not really cracking the safe. You're more or less, I mean, you're drilling it. So, I mean, the drill probably would be harder to drill in, or sorry, the safe would probably be harder to drill through, just because most of them are metal and have thicker doors on them. But yeah, we'll see. I will also just kind of try it myself and see if it feels good, being longer or not. Because obviously, if it does not, then I'm not going to do it. Because I want it to actually make sense and, you know, still be fun gameplay wise. Currently, I can't rob these. Guess I can run over here and do it. Currently, the call for drilling into a safe or an ATM. Currently, that goes out once you break the first pin. That's how it currently works. That might change. But currently, you'll see here, when this reaches the first pin, and the first pin, or the sound of the first pin happens, again, like I said, the actual timing there's not 100% just yet, but once the sound happens, you'll see the 911 call go out as well.
Incoming 911.
And there it goes. So, like, the kind of logic I'm going with there was that, you know, once it reaches that first pin and actually breaks that first pin, you know, there would be some type of, you know, tampering alarm or something that would go off. That's kind of the logic I'm going with. If you guys know of another idea or how I could make it call or when to call, you know, let me know. I'm open to ideas. But currently that is how it is made. And then, of course, if you press X on the keyboard, you can cancel. And that goes for all of them. And it says you bailed and got nothing. Now, I should show, actually, with registers. They're a bit different. So ATMs and safes, you have to fully complete the drawing before you get any money. With registers, they are not the same. So also with registers, if you cancel before you have lockpicked it, there's no cooldown because you have not actually broke it yet. As you'll see here in a second, though, these are a bit different. So if I show the debug log here, as you can see, over the time that's going here, I'm slowly collecting the money. Instead of instantly collecting all of it. And this, to me, makes a lot more sense than waiting until the end. And if I leave early, then I get nothing, because that logically just would not make sense. Because, like, if I'm grabbing money from it, and then I decide to leave early and there's still money in there, I would leave with whatever I grabbed already. So, let's say cops start rolling up now, and I decide to want to leave. It says you bailed and got $230, or whatever you would have collected up until that point. And then you can, of course, run out, you know, run away from the police or whatever. Currently, it does not have any way of checking if there are police on. I mean, I could add it. I'm just trying not to make it too restrictive. I would have to find a way to add it that wouldn't restrict it for servers that don't really care and don't want to lock it down. Of course, this is mainly meant for standalone servers. But yeah, there are some other ways I want ATMs to be robbed as well, for as far as they go. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it just yet, but I do have some ideas. I'm not going to speak on them just yet, just in case I'm not able to. But yeah. So, any questions for the script so far, or for anything, if not for that script? One thing I actually just thought about. So there is actually integration with Arcor camera. So Arcor's cameras, they do work with this. Out the box. I don't think there's actually... Well, kind of out the box. You do actually have to configure the config file to add a event in Arcor camera. But other than that, it is like my script supports it. You just have to configure theirs. Let me find an area where cameras actually work. Because I do have their script in here. I believe the cameras in here do work. Yes, they do. Okay, so I could show this. Basically, if I were to start robbing this. I can't remember when it starts recording, but we'll just wait until it sends the 911 call a little bit after. We'll exit this at 1 minute. The animations are also going to be recorded too, because I added that support as well. Okay, so if I stop that, now let's say I come over here. No? Why did that not record? I might have something not configured properly on the actual server, because this does work. Okay, that's interesting. Let me check something real quick. Might just be missing something. I know it works. You know what? I know what it is. Sorry about that. Let me just go and fix that real quick. So I know what it was. Apparently somewhere along the line, it got removed when I was making some tweaks to the script. So let me just add that back in, because I knew it worked. Okay, so we'll just wait to the script restarts here. All right. Okay, we'll just wait a bit here.
Incoming 911.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and end it. Alright, cool. So, now, if I were to, you know what, let's run or whatever. We'll come to this one. Yeah, okay, now it works. That's my bad. So we just wait for them to process the recording. And here we go. As you can see me down there, let's do this one. You can see the animation syncing as well. And you can see the entire robbery taking place. This is, of course, their script. So if you have it, then you can see all this. And there you go. So it does work with their script there. And it also, like I said, their script will capture any animations. So yeah. It's really cool. Not a lot of scripts integrate where it will make our core capture your animations. But it is really awesome to actually have that. So yeah, as long as you guys don't have any questions, I think that's all I'm going to show today. There are a few other scripts I will be working on shortly. So, and of course, as always, if you have any, you know, suggestions, I do have a suggestions section in the Discord if you join that in the description here. Yep, I agree, Matt. That's actually one of my favorite things there, that I decided to do, because I wanted to make it where, you know, because like in real life, if you know you're sitting there robbing a register, if I leave halfway through, you know, I'm not just gonna set down the money I've already grabbed and just run. You know, like that just, to me, that doesn't make sense. So I wanted to keep that. Of course, there is some potential for abuse with, you know, servers and people that might use that. But again, as I normally go with that, those type of people just don't, you know, I wouldn't let those people be in my server anyway. So, you know, of course, that's up to you to deal with your own server. But yeah, no, I agree with you. That makes it a lot nicer, so that, because there's a lot of times with plenty of other scripts out there I've used, different servers, everything, where you'll try to run and you just bail and that's it. But I wanted to make that a bit differently. But I mean, the difference with mine is that you are cracking it open and then you are grabbing the money. With a lot of others, I know that the entire time you are cracking it open, and then right at the end where you're going to run is when the thing opens. So I mean, with those, I guess it makes a bit of sense, because obviously the actual register is not open yet. But you know, let's be honest, a register does not take a super long time to break open. You know, you could easily pop open a cash register. I mean, they're not that strong. So anyway, that's why I did it the way I did it, and I actually really like it, and it seems a lot of other people do too. So as long as there's no questions, I'm gonna wrap this stream up. Of course, appreciate everyone coming out to it. And like I said, this script should be releasing sometime this week. I would like to mention, if you guys did not see it or are not a part of my Discord already, I actually just released a script bundle. So the script bundle is between the loading screen and the spawn selector. They work together. So if you want to buy both of those, there is a bundle for you to get it for 25% off if you buy them together in the bundle. So I just wanted to mention that. But yeah. Alright, Lemon. See you later. Have a good night. Alright. Well, doesn't appear anyone has any questions. So, I'm going to wrap this stream up. And again, appreciate you guys for coming out. And hope you guys enjoy the script, and, you know, we'll enjoy it once it releases. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. And hope you guys have a great night, and, you know, yeah. Anyway, have a good one, guys.